Previously on Seeking Justice.
It's a long drive from Los Angeles, but the ride gives me time to think, especially about Mary and the kids, Brittany and Bobby. I make the decision to stop by their graves. There is a handwritten note that is tucked into one of the vases right next to the ashes. It's actually written to Robert Fisher. As a crime reporter, I've covered hundreds of murders, done dozens of ride-alongs, gone undercover on sting operations. I've even been invited to the FBI Academy to see the training that new agents go through. I've walked death row, seeing only a set of eyes staring at me through the small slits. I know their names and I know their crimes. These are the ones who've been caught, and it's those ones that got away that still get me. Join me, Rob Koebel, as I go out seeking justice, the hunt for FBI's most wanted, Robert Fisher.
It looks like just off the north side of that ridge, it's a pretty good pocket of fuel in there.
Arizona right now home to the nation's two largest wildfires.
Well, this explains it. The stench of smoke I've been smelling for the last few miles, and now the road detours that I'm hitting. I see huge black smoke plumes in front of me, and as luck would have it, wildfires are raging across northern Arizona, forcing me to find a place to stop and regroup.
Name under the reservation?
Koebel, K-O-E, B as in boy, E-L.
There on the pen pad I have your reservation details. Just gonna have you look it over, confirm it just to make sure it's correct. Have you staying in a studio for 2 nights?
That's correct. I check in at Cole's Ranch Lodge. Now, this is about 16 miles away from Payson, Arizona, and the lodge is nestled in one of the largest ponderosa pine forests in the world. It's at the base of the Mogollon Rim. I start up my laptop and begin unpacking. Now, for the next 2 days, this will be my base camp. Cell service is spotty at best, but the Wi-Fi seems to be working okay.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
You gonna come in for some lunch?
I am. This isn't my first visit to Zane Gray Country Barbecue. I was here 19 years ago. The TV station got me a room here during the massive manhunt for Fisher. The restaurant and bar are inside the lodge.
Inside or out?
Inside be fine.
Yep, you're welcome to pick wherever you like.
Okay.
Things are all 6 feet apart.
I'm starving, so I make my way to the bar.
What are we drinking?
Can I get a Shirley Temple, please?
You surely can.
I see what you did there. Not much has changed in 19 years. Still a really friendly staff. I got some good tips and leads back in the day here. I'm hoping it continues. But when I ask about Fisher now, most know the name but aren't even familiar with the story. Sort of bums me out. I look around the restaurant and bar and don't see a single FBI Most Wanted poster. Time seems to have moved on. On my way back to my room, my cell phone vibrates. Seems I missed a call or it went straight to voicemail.
Hey, Rob. This is Detective Heinzelman at Scottsdale Police Department. I got your message through our PIO, Ben Hoster. So you can give me a call back, reference your Robert Fisher questions, or I'll give you a call sometime later. We'll try to figure out what we're looking for and how I can do to help.
Oh, man, this was the call I'd been waiting for. I try calling him back.
Hello. You've reached Detective John Heinzelman, Scottsdale Police Department, Violent Crimes Unit. My normal work days are Tuesday through Friday. Please leave me a message, including a phone number, to call you back, and I will get back to you at my earliest convenience. Thank you.
Hi, Detective Heinzelman. It's Rob Koebel returning your phone call on the Robert Fisher case. Got your message. Appreciate it. Would love to just talk to you a little about what we found during my investigation, and not sure if you're aware and listened to the podcast, but there are a couple of things that were different, at least that we uncovered, recently, new leads and information. Certainly frustrating playing phone tag, but back in my room I start reading through the police reports. This time I'm focusing on the interviews detectives did with the family, friends, co-workers, you name it. Anyone that might have information about where Fisher is. There are hundreds of pages of interview transcripts. I freeze when I start reading one. A hunting friend of Fisher's starts talking about a hermit that they met a few weeks before the murders. This was in Clint Wells, Arizona. This man lived off the grid, very rarely went to town, maybe like once a year. He also has a heart condition. Is this the rancher I'm looking for? His friend goes on in the report to say Fisher became infatuated with this man and how he just seems to live off the grid. Robert even went back to meet him alone and just hang out for hours. No one is actually sure where this man lives, except for Fisher. Coming up in the next episode of Seeking Justice.
I guess that's what I was reaching out to you to say, what else do you know about that person? Have we identified him yet?
Scottsdale police want to know more about the rancher and that strange note found at the gravesite. Could these clues and evidence lead investigators closer to finding Fisher? Seeking Justice: The Hunt for the FBI's Most Wanted Robert Fisher is a Back to One Entertainment production, hosted and produced by Rob Koebel, edited and produced by J.J. Geiger. This podcast was recorded under a SAG-AFTRA collective bargaining agreement. All rights are reserved.